Hello guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to speak about the slope of a line. Also, you should know that the slope is known as a gradient or steepness of the line. So I'll start by explaining how do we find the slope of a line given 2 points. Then I'll solve an example and I will end up by giving some properties about the slope. But first of all, let me start with the formula of finding the slope. So given 2 points a x1 y1 and b x2 y2 such that these 2 points belong to a certain line. If you want to find the slope of the line, so all what you have to do is to apply the following formula. The slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. As you see, where y2 and y1 are the ordinates of b and a, and x1 and x2 are the abscissa of the points a and b respectively. And in fact, it's not a necessary condition to start from y2, because you can see this formula as y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So this formula is also correct, but all what you have to do, guys, you need to make sure if you start with y2, you have to start with x2 here, while if you start with y1, you have to start with x1 here. Now let me start by solving an example about the slope. And so let's say that the points A and B are given as 1, 2, and 3, 4. So to find the slope, all what I have to do is to apply the formula as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, or the opposite. It's up to you. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Then after that, all what you have to do is to replace the values for the ordinates and abscissa. So y2 is 4 here, y1 is 2, so 4 minus 2, x2 is 3, and x1 is 1. So it will give 4 minus 2 over 3 minus 1, and so it's 2 over 2, so it's equal to 1. So the slope here of this line, of our line AB, is simply 1. Now I'll continue by giving some properties about the slope. Of course, the slope is a number that can be positive, negative, or 0, or it can be undefined sometimes in case we are dividing by 0. So let us try to study the shape of the line or the direction of the line in each case. So first of all, if the slope is positive, then the line is increasing from left to right. And here, if you look to the right of the page, you can see an example of a line that having a positive slope. As you see, this line is increasing from left to right. But if the slope is negative, then the line is decreasing from left to right. So as you see the difference, if the slope is positive, this means that the line is increasing, while if the slope is negative, then the line is decreasing. And if you look at this diagram here, this line, the green line, have a negative slope. For this reason, the line, as you see, it's decreasing from left to the right. If the slope is equal to 0, which means that y2 equal y1, because if you go back to the formula of the slope, it was a equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Which means that if y2 equal y1, then you will get 0 over a number. In this case, the line will be horizontal. And here you can see an example of a horizontal line. And guys, you should know that all horizontal lines are parallel to the x-axis. As you see, the green line and the x-axis here are parallel, or at the same time they are perpendicular to the y-axis. The final case that we might have it is the case of vertical line. Vertical lines means when the slope is undefined. Undefined means when we divide by 0. And we can get this case when x1 is equal to x2. Because if you go back to the formula of the slope, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If we suppose that x2 and x1 are equal, this means that x2 minus x1 is equal to 0, so we're dividing by 0. And in this case, the slope is undefined, and so the line will be a vertical line. And if you look at this diagram here, this is an example of a vertical line. As you see, the vertical line is parallel to the y-axis and it's perpendicular to the x-axis. Of course, guys, I'll explain more about horizontal, vertical, and oblique lines in other videos. Also, I will focus later how to graph lines, how to find the equation of a line, and the relation between two or more lines. This is everything for this video, so please guys subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.